always been wanted to do that, but play great defense. And I know that's a generic term, but we struggled a little bit defensively, I think, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and we need to step it up a little bit defensively and take care of the basketball. Those are the major things, I would think.
You know, the neat thing about Tippecanoe Valley, and it doesn't matter what sport we're talking, and I know you're on the road tonight, but you guys travel so well.
You know, we have. We had a 5-game road trip earlier in the year in December, and I thought there were some tough matchups in there, and we did play well. And I don't know whether it's you focus better on the road or whatever it is, but we've actually, I think, played better on the road than we have at home this year. It's a great point, Dave, but I don't want to jinx that. We need to continue that tonight. But one of the things that we've had with those road games, we've got off to good starts.
Sure.
So I think that's important for us tonight.
Your 5 starters?
Who we've been going with other than Jillian Walls. So Olivia Trapiti, senior, Addie Miller, a senior, Asia O'Connor, a senior, and then Emily Peterson, who's been playing much better over the last 3 or 4 weeks and shooting the ball better, and then obviously Sophie Buzzard. So those 5, and we'll play 7 to 8 girls, and we'll see how it goes.
Very good. Chris, thanks for your time. Good luck to you guys tonight. Good luck to you the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings head coach Chris Kindig back with more pregame next, 92.1 WROI.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
Time for the starting lineups. First for the Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings. At one guard will be a 5'4" senior, Olivia Trapiti. The other guard, a 5'6" senior, Addie Miller. At one forward, a 5'8" junior, Sophie Buzzard. The second forward, a 5'8" junior, Emily Peterson. And the third forward will be a 5'11" senior, Asia O'Connor. Tippecanoe Valley coach from Mr. Chris Kindig. For the Rochester Lady Zebras, at one guard will be a 5'7" sophomore, Macy Brown. The second guard, a 5'6" senior, Morgan Ruff. And the third guard, a 5'7" junior, Karina Peterson. At one forward, a 6'2" senior, Kennedy Musselman. And the other forward, 6' senior, Emma Dahlquist. Rochester coached by Lisa Pfluger. Really, really nice crowd tonight.
They're a big crowd. Tippecanoe Valley always travels well, and they had a short trip tonight. They brought everybody with them.
Well, the night didn't start off very well for the Rochester Lady Zebras as they were drilled tonight in the JV game, 43-12. Abby Richard and Haley Jones each with 4 points in that contest. Rochester, I believe, was shut out 16 or 18-0 in the first quarter after one.
It was 20-0 before Rochester got on the board. And, definitely an uphill struggle all the way. But, Tippecanoe Valley's JV team really tremendous job defensively. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have a couple of girls outscore our entire team.
I don't doubt that at all. So the Rochester Lady Zebras come into the record of 12-6, 6-1 in the TRC. Tippecanoe Valley comes into the record of 15-2, 4-1 in the TRC. And we said before, this one's a big one for both of us.
Yeah, this is, like I said, the beginning of the elimination weeks for the TRC, as Rochester has all the front runners left on their schedule. Tippecanoe Valley, with one loss to Northfield, only has Southwood and Manchester left, and so Southwood pretty much out of the TRC hunt. So Manchester, the one team that they would have to get through.
So Rochester in their home whites, the Valley Vikings in their road greens. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. It'll be O'Connor and Dahlquist to jump center. Rochester will go to our left, obviously Tippecanoe Valley to our right. Big crowd, big student body for both schools.
Yeah.
A lot of security, just saying. Here we go. Jimmy Arnett blows his whistle. Things are underway in the varsity contest as Tippecanoe Valley wins the tip. Addie Miller crosses the timeline to Trapiti. Rochester will start in a man-to-man, make that a box and one.
Rochester's really going to have to be conscious of where the three-point shooters are at and where that three-point line is at, because Tippecanoe Valley does a very good job of moving the ball around the floor and finding the open shooter.
Actually, Brad, I think that we're in a 1-2-2. O'Connor behind the arc, left side, swings top of the key to Tripedi. Tripedi drives into the free throw line, gives to Buzzard in the paint, loses the handle, picks up the ball on the baseline, dribbles away from the pressure. Mo forces the turnover. Dahlquist has it, back to Mo. Ruff runs.
I think that's going to be another key, is Ruff and Kennedy staying out of foul trouble.
Tripedi works against Mo. Kennedy backs away in, throws up a shot, no good, gets her own rebound, the putback, off the glass and in.
Nice job by Kennedy not losing her composure after she had her arm grabbed on her first attempt, and she stayed right in there and was able to get the rebound and put it back in.
Peterson to Buzzard, outside to Tripedi, to Miller, around the right wing.
Good recovery by Dahlquist, shutting off that three-point shot attempt.
Miller around the corner to a wide open Peterson. Her three is short. Rebound to Kennedy. Musselman gives a Ruff. Mo runs. Rochester up 2-0 with 1:15 gone in the first quarter.
Good start
Ruff
for
works.
Rochester.
Her pass is picked off and stolen by Miller. Addie Miller, right side of the floor, goes up, shot good, and a foul.
You got to take that shot away if you're going to,
Or just kind of let her go.
I would say if you're going to make the attempt, you got to make sure they don't make the layup. So the foul is going to be on Peterson, her first, team first.
And so going to the line is Addie Miller, the 5'6" senior for Tippecanoe Valley. And we're tied at 2 with 6:40 to play in the first quarter. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Miller eyes the first and lets it fly hard off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound to O'Connor. Out to Miller. Gives top of the key to Peterson. Back to Miller, left wing. Three ball for the Vikings on the way is good.
And a 5-point swing for Tippecanoe Valley.
And Vikings now up 5-2. Dahlquist will trigger it in against the full court press. Emma with the basketball. Gets it over the top to Brown. Macy cross court to Peterson. She crosses the timeline left. Karina, left wing behind the arc, gives to Dahlquist. Now top to Ruff. Mo gets the man-to-man, and she works against Buzzard. This will be a fun matchup too, won't it? Actually, Tippecanoe Valley might be in a
they're in a
switching man-to-man.
Yeah. Buzzard staying out on the point.
High on
the like a 2-2 with a box and one maybe.
Ruff's three's no good. Tripedi grabs the board and runs. Vikings up 5-2 with under 6 to play in the first quarter. High on the left side to Peterson. Bounce pass to Sophie Buzzard. Her jumper in the paint is in and out. No good. Offensive rebound to O'Connor. Her put back on the way is no good. And we're going to have a foul coming against Asia O'Connor. And it's going to go back to Rochester as Tippecanoe Valley on that trip, Brad, had 3 shots.
Yeah, that's something that the Rochester's going to have to do a better job of. O'Connor's going to pick up her first, team first. But Rochester's got the height advantage. They're going to have to start to use it. The more opportunities they give Valley, the more this game's going to get out of hand.
So Rochester has the basketball against the press. Dahlquist will bring it up across the timeline through the center circle. Jump stop high on the right side to Brown. Macy holds, bounce pass now to Ruff. Mo against Peterson. Dribbles to the left hand, backs it out near the timeline, now goes to the right wing. High on the right side to Brown. Macy holds against Miller. Works to the right baseline, cut off by the defense, brings it to the wing. Now gives to Peterson, swings near side to Dahlquist. Now jump pass to Musselman, kicks it out to Macy. To Peterson, to Dahlquist, top of the key. Emma drives, left elbow, gets it out to Ruff. 5:13 to play in the first quarter. Ruff around the defense and is hit hard by Addie Miller on the right wing. It'll stay with Rochester out of bounds on the far side with 5:09 to play in the first quarter.
So Miller will pick up her first, team second. I think Tippecanoe Valley is going to put a lot of their defensive concentration, obviously, on Kennedy and on Ruff. Somebody else like Brown and Dahlquist is going to have to be more conscious about looking to get their shots.
Yeah, I agree with that. 5-2 Tippecanoe Valley. 5 minutes to play first quarter. The Lady Zebras with the basketball. Macy Brown left wing inside the three-point arc on the screen. Misses the roll, but good defense down there by Tripedi. Kennedy at the right elbow. Turnaround jumper on the way high off the back of the rim. No good. And make that O'Connor with the rebound. Gives to Buzzard.
Kennedy's got to move towards the basket when she makes that shot, just so she, in case she misses it, she can be there to help rebound.
Buzzard then is going to be called for a foul as Morgan Ruff did a great job setting up and taking that on the baseline, and it's going to be a turnover on Tippecanoe Valley.
What Ruff did to set that up was she got herself in front of Buzzard as she tried to drive baseline, and when Buzzard put the elbow out in front to try and make a space for herself, Ruff went down.
Rochester breaks the press easily. Baseline is Brown.
Ooh.
Now we're going to have a foul. Is that going to be on Miller? If that's true, that's 2 on Addie Miller.
That's 2 on Miller, 4 on team.
Coach Kindig's going to go to his bench, and Jillian Walls, who was a starter up till tonight because Tripedi's back from mono, comes in, and Miller, who is What is she? Fifth in the conference in scoring, sits down. Dahlquist to Musselman. Kennedy backs away in against O'Connor. Throws up a tough shot, no good. Rebound to Peterson. We're going to have a foul over the back on down low. It's going to be on Peterson.
Nope. The foul is on. Yeah, Peterson of Tippecanoe Valley.
Yes.
Her first, team fifth. Karina Peterson did a great job of establishing herself on the weak side for that rebound.
Emma throws up a tough shot, no good. Gets her roll rebound, put back, no good. Blocked from behind by O'Connor. Picked up by Tippecanoe Valley. Buzzard with it now. Sophie brings it up for the Vikings, leading 5-2 with 4:20 to play in the first quarter. Trapedi against the 1-2-1, it looks like. Outside to Walls, down low to O'Connor. Blocked by Musselman, picked up by Brown. Macy then gives to Ruff. Ruff runs, middle of the floor. Rochester down by 3. Ruff picks away through traffic. Down low to Kennedy. Backs away and throws up a tough shot. No good. And the rebound to Ruff. Mo kicks it to Macy Brown, top of the key. Back to Ruff, high on the right side. Feeds down low to Kennedy. Backs her way in. Throws up a tough shot high for the glass and in. 5-4, Tippecanoe Valley with 3:35 that is to play in the first quarter. Trapedi against the zone. High on the right side to Peterson. Peterson is going to be fouled then by Karina Peterson, and that's going to be her second.
Yeah, second on Peterson, team second.
So it'll be interesting to see who Coach Pfluger brings in. It'll be McKee. 3:39 to play in the first quarter, Valley by 1.
McKee at 6 foot, really going to have to be conscious to help Musselman and Dahlquist down low.
Tippecanoe Valley will take a 30. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
.339 to play in the first quarter. The Vikings lead 5-4. And after the Tippecanoe Valley timeout, they'll have the basketball right in front of the Rochester bench. Peterson looks to get it in, gets to a wide open O'Connor. She throws it up, and she's going to be called for travel. Nice job by Mo stepping in right as she drop step and forces a travel. Full court press by Tippecanoe Valley. Dahlquist gets it into Kinsey, and she has her pass deflected and stolen by Buzzard. Sophie left wing and loses her ball out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Buzzard out of bounds. It'll go back to Rochester. Macy Brown flying all over the place right now.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job defensively. Rochester's going to have to try and do a better job taking care of the basketball against this pressure defense by Tippecanoe Valley.
Man-to-man pressure by the Vikings in the backcourt. Mo walks it up.
And that's probably their best option right there. Get the ball to Ruff.
Oh, absolutely. Has been all year, right?
Yeah.
Jump pass to McKee. Feeds down low to Musselman. Knocked out of bounds by O'Connor. O'Connor is laying all over Kennedy down there. No call. And it'll be out of bounds to the Lady Zebras baseline left.
McKee's really got to do a much better job. She can't just turn and throw it to a spot. She's got to look to see where the defense is at before she lets go of that basketball.
Macy looks to get it in. Lob pass into McKee. Kinsey with the basketball, top to Dahlquist. Emma drives it right against Buzzard. Gives out to Musselman. Kennedy in the paint. Floater on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. And now we're going to have a foul on Musselman on the push.
Yeah, O'Connor did a pretty good job of blocking her out. Kennedy tried to use her body to get through her. She'll pick up her first, team third.
Ill-advised shot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
3:10 to play in the first quarter, 5-4.
Maybe trying to do a little bit too much here early on.
Trapedi across the timeline. Works high on the left side. To Walls, through her legs and out of bounds.
Tippecanoe Valley trying to help them out a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was just getting ready to say that. So Rochester will get it back after a turnover on the Vikings.
That's the 4th one here in this first quarter.
3 minutes to play in the first period. Rochester down by 1 at 5-4. Trapedi works against Ruff. High on the right side. Hesitates. Now accelerates around the defense. Goes to the basket. On the block on the baseline now. Kicks it back outside to Brown. Macy thought about a three. Passed it up. Now gives top of the key to Dahlquist. Dahlquist down low to Musselman. One-on-one. Kennedy blocked out of bounds by O'Connor. It'll stay with Rochester baseline left.
Brown and Ruff really need to start looking for an outside shot. They've got to do something to try and pull that defense away from the middle of the paint.
Macy Brown baseline left, look to trigger it in. Macy still looking. Bounce pass into Moe in the corner. Lob pass into Kennedy. One dribble. Loses the handle in the paint. Now ahead to Walls. Walls will go coast to coast. Left-handed layup is no good. And the rebound is tipped around, and Torpedi comes out of there with it. To Peterson. Down low to Buzzard. Her jumper blocked by McKee. Gets it back in the corner. Walls, 18-footer. No good. Offensive rebound again for Peterson. Her 15-footer right side. No good.
Rochester's got to get some hands up, get a hand on the ball.
McKee gets the rebound and gives to Ruff, or make that to Brown, not to Moe. 2:10 to play, first quarter, 5-4. Tippecanoe Valley with the lead, Rochester the basketball. Moe directs traffic, bounce pass to Kennedy on the right elbow. Kennedy with the ball. Tough pass to Handle, throws it away, picked up by the Vikings. Walls ahead to Buzzard. Sophie on the right baseline, backs it out. And it's going to be fouled on the drive, I believe. Macy Brown. It'll be out of bounds to Tippecanoe Valley baseline right.
Brown will pick up her first, team fourth.
1:49 to play in the first quarter. 5-4 Lady Vikings. They've got the basketball baseline right. Torpedi looks to get it in. Does so to Walls. Walls travels. It'll go back to Rochester. Rochester will have it right in front of their bench. I think we got some winded girls, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Moe gets the inbounds pass from Brown, runs away from Torpedi. 100 seconds to play in the first quarter. Now Walls are going to pick up the foul on the far sideline, and that's going to be the team's sixth.
At this pace, Rochester will be in the bonus before we get out of the first quarter.
100 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Vikings lead 5-4. We've had that score since about, 6-minute mark.
Yeah. Addie Miller's got all 5 for Valley. She's on the bench with 2 fouls, and Musselman with the 4 for Rochester. And she's been battling 4 people guarding her every time she touches the ball now.
Man-to-man defense. Brown works against Peterson. 1:30 to play in the first quarter. Brown takes it right at the three-point line. Switches directions, goes to the right wing. Picks up her dribble now. Bounce pass to Dahlquist. Emma drives it left. Now comes back to the middle of the floor. Hands off to Moe. Ruff with the basketball against Torpedi. Works around her defensively. Goes to the right block. Throws up a tough shot. No good. Kennedy the rebound. And we're going to have a foul on Asia O'Connor. Musselman will go to the line to shoot 1 and the bonus.
Connor will pick up her second.
Fouls on Tippecanoe Valley, 34 O'Connor. Her second, team 7th.
So Kennedy will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. And coming into the game is McKee Woodcox, a 6-foot sophomore. And she'll replace O'Connor, who has 2 fouls, just like Brad said a minute ago. So Kennedy's got all 4 points, and she'll go to the line for 1 in the bonus with 1:12 to play in the first quarter. First one for the senior. Rattles in. She'll have 1 more. We're tied at 5. I tell you, it might be me, but body language tells me we're exhausted.
I would say so, yeah.
Second one for the senior is good again.
Rochester's last game was a week ago against Whitco. And we've had some episodes of the flu and everything else going through. Missed a day of school yesterday, so yeah.
Walls of the basketball. A minute to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 6-5. Buzzard high on the left side to Walls. Now in the corner to Torpedi. Torpedi against the double team. Kicks it out to Walls with 52. Walls on the baseline. Cut off by Brown. Nice defense by Macy. Torpedi around the horn to Peterson. Peterson behind the arc gives in the left corner to Walls. Walls around the defense. Another good defense there by Rochester. Down to Peterson. Down low to Buzzard. Buzzard against Musselman. Pull-up jumper from 5 feet is in. 7-6, and then Dahlquist travels with 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Rochester down 7-6 late into the first quarter, and the Vikings will have the basketball again going to our right. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
Both teams with 5 turnovers in this first quarter.
Torpedi works against the half-court trap, and she has her pass kicked away by Ruff. It'll stay with the Vikings on the far side with 23.9 to play in the first quarter. 7-6, Tippecanoe Valley. Manchester and Wabash play tonight.
That'll be a
Trapedi
big game.
kicked away again by Ruff. I've seen this picture before.
Yeah. Well, my next comment to Ruff would be if you know the ball's going that way, take an extra step and take it. Quit kicking it out of bounds.
Sounds easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bounce pass to Peterson to Walls. 3 over Musselman. Partially blocked. Picked up by O'Connor. O'Connor's 10-footer. Partially blocked by McKee. Picked up by Musselman. Gives to Ruff. 7 seconds. Mo runs with 6. Right side of the floor with 5. Mo with 3. Backs it out with 2. Musselman for 3 at the buzzer. No good. After 1. Vikings lead 7-6. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Kennedy Musselman for Tippecanoe Valley right now. They got 2 starters, Miller and O'Connor, in foul trouble with 2 apiece.
And it'll be interesting to see if Coach Kindig rides these kids that they've been playing. It looks like, yeah, the kids with the 2 fouls, the Miller and the O'Connor, will stay on the
bench.
yeah. So Rochester will start the second quarter of the basketball, going to our left, down by 1 at 7-6. Inbounds pass comes into Mo.
I think right now it's Rochester's ball game. Things going their way to their pace.
We've had some good-looking shots,
Yeah.
just haven't anything to fall. Dahlquist drives the baseline, cut off by Buzzard, outside to McKee. Now to Mo. Mo holds against repeating the man-to-man defense. Drives it left, high on the left side now. Looks back door to Macy Brown, can't get her, good defense. Mo's pull-up 10-footer off the glass, no good. Kennedy put back on the way is no good. The rebound fought for, Buzzard comes out of there with it. And then ahead to Peterson. Peterson goes to the basket, pull-up jumper off the window is good.
I think right now for Rochester, they seriously need to get somebody else involved in the offense.
And then Wall's layup, no good. Mo grabs the board, dribbles away from Trapedi, brings it up the floor. Down by 3 now for Rochester. Mo goes coast to coast, jump stop, pull up, jumper in the lane is off the glass and in. So now it's 9-8. The Valley lead down to 1. And there's a kick to pass again. Can you imagine who did that? Mo, her third kick tonight.
If she'd use her hand instead of her foot, she'd have 3 more steals.
Trapedi through the center circle. Works high on the left side to Walls. Walls around the defense against Brown. Now to Peterson, gives back to Trapedi. Trapedi in the right baseline. Outside to Peterson, thought about a 3, passes it up, goes in the left corner to Walls. Walls on the left wing, top of the key to Peterson that is. Now to Trapedi, she travels.
Rochester cannot fall asleep or get lazy defensively. Valley just has too many good shooters from
Oh,
outside.
absolutely. I totally agree with that. 9-8 Valley. 6:40 to play in the first half. Emily Bailey coming up at halftime to talk about the JV game, which was not pretty.
No.
Dahlquist loses the handle. Ball knocked out of bounds by Macy Brown. It'll stay with, or go back to, I should say, Tippecanoe Valley.
Yep.
Really tough to pass over that defense. It's in your jersey. Might have to do a little wraparound. Trapedi baseline left, looks to get it in for Tippecanoe Valley. Lob pass into Buzzard, and she is fouled immediately by Dahlquist. And that'll be the team 5th foul. It'll be Valley basketball to bounds, baseline left.
Emma picks up her first.
Trapedi looks to get it in again. Olivia Trapedi over the top to Walls. Works middle of the floor for Tippecanoe Valley. Walls kicks it out to Peterson, the right wing. Peterson thought about drive, kicks it out, now brings it around the horn to Walls, top of the key, now to Trapedi in the left corner. Lob pass inside to Woodcox. Her jumper over Musselman is no good, and the rebound to Brown. Macy gives to Mo. Rochester runs. Mo loses the basketball, picks up the dribble, brings it up the floor, splits the double team. Now Rochester's got the numbers. Mo loses it from behind, but the McKee now to Brown. Brown on the right side, down low to Musselman. Kennedy against the double team. Kicks it out to McKee, now quickly to Mo, top of the key to Brown. 3-ball, top of the key for the Lady Zebras, no good, and the rebound to Buzzard.
That's the shot Brown's got to take. She can't hesitate on it
I agree.
at all. Yep.
Rochester down by 1. Buzzard drives around the defense. Floater on the way is high off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped around, and we're going to have a loose ball down. Oh, that, you can't call a kick.
Yeah,
that
Morgan,
ball was loose.
Yeah, Morgan kicked it. That's why it was loose.
Okay. So Valley keeps possession baseline left. Trapedi will look to get it in. 5:47 to play in the first half. Lob pass into Buzzard. Sophie studies against Dahlquist. Backs it out to the volleyball line now to Trapedi. Trapedi travels again. 9-8. Valley leads. 5:40 to play in the first half. Rochester going to get it back. Full court press by the Lady Vikings. And you were telling me before we went on here, this is what they do.
Yeah,
Tippecanoe Valley just presses.
Yep, start to finish, they press no matter the score, no matter the situation. They are going to press you. They're going to force you to beat them with your skills.
Ruff works against Trapedi. Around the horn, works to the right baseline, loses the handle, and out of bounds. They're going to give it back to Valley.
If you can't dribble the basketball, then you got no business
Yep.
playing Tippecanoe Valley because you're not going to make it.
5:20 to play, first half, 9-8 Tippecanoe Valley. And the bounce pass to Trapedi. Trapedi around the defense to Buzzard. Drives the right baseline, pull up 10-footer is off the mark, no good. Rebound fought for, Mo comes out of there with it. Ruff runs for Rochester. We're down by 1. Crosses through the center circle. Works to the left wing. Now to left elbow. Kicks it out to Dahlquist. Now to Musselman. Left elbow jumper on the way is good. And we're up 10-9.
Musselman with 8 of those 10.
Under 5 to play in the first half. Lady Zebras back up 10-9. And across the timeline, Trapedi gives to Peterson. Through the defense. Pull up 15-foot over Musselman. Short. Rebound fought for. Knocked out of bounds by McKee. It'll stay with Tippecanoe Valley baseline left.
Rochester, I think, defensively has done a fair job of limiting Tippecanoe Valley's chances, shots at this end. They need to continue to do that. If Valley doesn't shoot very well and we limit their chances, it's going to be a low-scoring game, and we have a chance.
Trapedi gets the pass from Woodcock's top of the key. Trapedi, no-look pass to Peterson in the paint, backs it out behind the three-point line, now works right side to Walls, wide open three, right wing, nope, weak side rebound to Brown. Macy, outlets to Mo, Rochester runs, right side of the floor, the Lady Zebras cross the timeline, 4:20 to play in the first half. Law pass to Musselman, Kennedy takes her eye off the ball, loses the handle, good entry pass, poor effort.
Well, again, she is double, tripled, and quadruple teamed every time she touches the ball.
Well,
that's why I keep saying we've got to get, Kennedy can score as many points as she wants. I have no issue with that, but we've got to get other people involved in the offense. We can't be one-dimensional.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
It's too easy to defend.
And if there are 4 people on her, why put her on the floor? Just kick it out and give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
The ball's kicked out of bounds by Mo again. It'll stay with Tippecanoe Valley in front of the scorers table going to our right. 4:13 to play in the first half. Lady Zebras lead 10-9. Walls gets it in to Trapedi at Rochester's volleyball line. She'll cross the timeline right against a double team. Trapedi around the defense, dribbles it on the center line, no call. Outside to Peterson. Peterson hesitates around the defense, throws up a 10-footer high off the glass, no good. McKee skies to the board and grabs it.
Good rebound by McKee. And then, come on, Ruff, go get it.
And now we're going to have a foul on, no foul.
Out on
Ruff. Ruff stays from going out of bounds off the leg of Walls. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Rochester in front of the Lady Zebra bench. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 3:53 to play in the first half.
I think that's something else to go back and touch on what we were talking about. If Kennedy gets the ball and realizes that she is quadruple teamed or triple teamed, she needs to recognize that and kick it out to somebody that is open.
Ruff around the double team, now to Dahlquist. Law pass is taken away, ball loose. It's on the floor, Brown has it now. Jump pass to McKee, her layup on the way is good! 12-9, Rochester, biggest lead of the night, 3.5 to play in the first half. Trapedi against the double team, over the top to Peterson. Left wing, now in the lane to Buzzard. Kicks it out to Walls, long jumper from the right baseline, no good. The rebound grabbed by Musselman, outlets to Ruff. Mo runs, Rochester by 3, ahead to Brown. Macy on the baseline, kicks it back outside to Ruff, high on the right side. Mo holds against Trapedi. 3 minutes to play in the first half, 12-9 Rochester. Mo near the timeline, now the volleyball line between the rings. Mo with the right hand, high on the right side to Brown. Macy fakes the pass entry to Musselman, kicks it out to Dahlquist to the right elbow. Emmett rises up in the lane, shot no good, gets her own rebound. Put back from 5 feet, no good. And the rebound to Musselman. Kennedy on the baseline, throws up a tough shot, and Tippecanoe Valley with a rebound. Buzzard runs. Rochester by 3. And now we're going to have a Tippecanoe Valley timeout. It's a minute long. You're listening to high school girls basketball. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
2:37 to play in the first half. Rochester leads 12-9. It's been an exciting first half, except for there's been very little scoring.
Well, yeah, a lot of good defensive effort on both sides.
Addie Miller and Asia O'Connor set down early in the first quarter, midway through the first quarter with 2 fouls apiece, and have not seen the floor since. Trapedi works against Ruff. Trapedi takes Ruff to the left side, high on the left side of Peterson. Peterson for Tippecanoe Valley, backs it out to the volleyball line. Now gives back to Trapedi in the center circle. Olivia Trapedi bounce pass to Walls. Fake the shot, works to the left wing. Now top of the key, True Trapedi. Trapedi with the basketball, thought about a three, now to Buzzard, to Walls. Around Musselman, pull up 15-footer, no good. Ruff with the rebound.
Rochester doing a good job of getting in position on that weak side when the shot goes up.
Moe walks it through the center circle with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Rochester by 3. Ruff looking to run some clock. Works against Trapedi around the defense. Almost stepped on the center line. About a half a foot inside of it. High on the left side to Dahlquist. Dahlquist to Musselman. Kennedy at the free throw line. Back outside to Emma with 1:45. Emma drives it to the left elbow extended. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass to Musselman. Kennedy holds against Woodcox. Looks back door to Moe and throws it out of bounds.
It's 11 turnovers now against Rochester.
100 seconds to play in the first half. Rochester by 3. Trapedi to Peterson. Law thought about a long three. Pass it up to Peterson, now to Walls. Walls around the defense against a double team. Wrap around pass to Buzzard. Sophie Buzzard, 3-ball right side. High off the back of the rim, no good. Off the backboard. Did not hit the support, and Dahlquist on the board, gives to Ruff. Minute 10 to play in the first half. Rochester by 3. That's milk a minute 10 off the clock here.
Right.
Trapedi works against, make that Ruff works against Trapedi. Takes her to the baseline. Moe backs it out to Dahlquist, top of the key. Emma dribbles to the left side. Now we're going to have a legal screen. Is that going to be on Musselman or Brown?
I'm guessing Musselman. It is.
It will be.
That's
Kennedy's second foul on the illegal screen. And Coach Pfluger going to roll the dice here with 57.8 to play. As much as she swats, get her out. High on the left side of Walls. Buzzard around the defense at the volleyball line for Tippecanoe Valley. Out to Trapedi with 45.
They're looking for a three here to end the half.
Walls back to Trapedi with 40. Back to Walls with 39. Just inside the arc. Passes on down low to Wilcox. Wilcox kicks it out to Trapedi with 32. Olivia Trapedi dribbles. Now to Walls with 30. Rochester by 3 as the first half's coming to an end. Out to Trapedi in the center circle at 25. Now to Buzzard behind the arc with 24. She dribbles away from the defense. Lob pass to Walls. Stands wide open in the corner. Pass up a 3 with 19. Over the top to Trapedi with 15.
They're looking for Buzzard or Peterson.
Trapedi to Peterson with 12. Peterson to Walls with 10. She takes a 15-footer. It's in and out, no good. Kennedy the rebound with 5. To Ruff with 4. Moe runs with 3. Ahead to McKee with 2. Layup at the buzzer. Good! Lady Zebras lead at halftime, 14-9. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner, and Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
Valley starts with the basketball going to our left. Addie Miller back in, as is Asia O'Connor. Peterson high on the right side, gets a pick from Buzzard. Backs it out in the center circle. McKee stays in the basketball game.
Yep, in the 2-3 zone are the Lady Zebras.
Trapiti, weak side on the right wing. Dribbles top to Peterson. Dribbles around the horn to Miller. Miller with the basketball on the wing. Now top of the key to Peterson. 14-9 as we start the second half at Rochester. Ladies Zebras with the basketball, or with the lead. Vikings with the basketball. In the corner to Buzzard. Sophie's been quiet tonight.
Yeah.
Dribbles to the baseline. Wrap around, pass down Luna O'Connor. Fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot two. How about that look by Sophie Buzzard against the double team?
Yep, she knew that O'Connor was going to be coming down the lane, and she made the little wraparound pass in there. So Ruff will pick up her first foul, team first of the half.
Asia O'Connor at the line to shoot two for Tippecanoe Valley. First one on the way for the senior is in as it rattles home.
Those are her first points.
One more coming for her, looking to cut this lead to three. O'Connor studies the second one, lets it fly, and it's good at the swish. 14-11 Rochester. And Valley calls off the Dogs, and no press, but they'll pick Mo up right at the timeline. Morgan around across the timeline, works high on the left side. Here comes the double team. Over the top, tipped away, stolen by Buzzard. Ahead to O'Connor. Asia O'Connor splits the defense to Trapiti. Foul on the shot. Trapiti will go to the line to shoot two.
Morgan Ruff quickly with 2 fouls to start this third quarter. Less than a minute gone.
So Olivia Trapiti, the 5'4 senior, will go to the line to shoot two for Tippecanoe Valley. Rochester up 14-11.
Trapiti looking for her first points.
First one for the seniors off the back of the rim, no good. She'll have one more. 7:06 to play in the third. Rochester by 3, Trapiti with one more. Fires a second one, this one's no good again. Musselman to the rebound. Kennedy outlets to Mo. Morgan walks it up the floor. Up by 3, a minute gone in the third. Bounce pass to Brown. Macy holds. Back to Ruff near the timeline. Against the double team. High over the top to Dahlquist. Emma drives, left baseline cut off. Dumps down low. Off the hands of Tippecanoe Valley. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Rochester. Nice pass inside.
Yeah,
Kennedy just
good
couldn't
look.
handle it. So baseline right are the Lady Zebras. Brown looks to get it in. Macy studies. Over the top of the defense to Mo. Mo in the paint. Bounce pass to Musselman. Layup. Oh. Didn't even touch the rim. No
Missed the
good.
backboard.
And the rebound to Buzzard. Outside of Miller. Miller travels. Going to go back to Rochester. And Mo's down. Come on, young lady. Let's get up. I
Took
think
a shot in the stomach, I think.
looks like it. She's going to try to walk it off. Looks like she's good. I maybe lost her air a little bit.
Yep.
She's going to stay in. Jimmy Arnett giving her a little time, a little breather here.
Caught an elbow in the stomach.
She'll stay. 6.5 to play in the third, 14-11. Rochester on top, they got the basketball. Sophie Buzzard will pick up Ruff at the timeline. Bounce pass to Brown. Macy across the timeline right. Works it high on the right side. Bounce pass to Musselman. Gives to McKee. Over the top to Dahlquist. Through her hands out of bounds. It'll go back to Tippecanoe Valley, and Peterson will come back in, probably for McKee, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
6:20 to play in the third, 14-11. Rochester on top, Vikings with the basketball. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Trapiti against the double team. Bounce pass high on the right side to Miller. Miller around the defense, gives to O'Connor to the left elbow. Back to Miller straight away. Left side to Buzzard. Buzzard against Musselman. Outside high to Peterson. Fakes, drives, 15-footer, short. Asia O'Connor, the putback high off the glass, no good. Ball being tipped around. Ruff comes out of there with it and bangs it off the hip of Trapiti out of bounds. It'll stay with Rochester. Great effort.
Yeah, heads-up play by Ruff. Not only was the effort there to chase down the loose ball, but to realize that she had somebody there that she could throw the ball off of and keep possession.
Rochester get it back. Thank you. Up by 3. 5:50 to play in the third. Macy, right wing. Outside to Ruff. Mo with the basketball. Drives it left. Bounce pass to Dahlquist. Emma against Trapiti. Takes to the left wing and then has the ball swatted out of bounds by Trapiti on the far side. Rochester will keep possession.
I don't know if it's by design by Rochester or whether Tippecanoe Valley's forcing the issue, but Rochester's starting their offense really, really high out towards midcourt, and it's helping Rochester create some lanes underneath.
Kennedy takes an ill-advised shot again. Tough defense. Good pickup by the Vikings. Buzzard runs. Buzzard knows Ruff has 3. Throws up a tough shot. No good. Brown to the rebound. And outlets to Macy, or to Morgan.
Morgan did a good job not picking up that third foul.
So Buzzard tried the Euro step. Couldn't get around her. Now Rochester will use a timeout. It's a 60. You're listening to high school basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
5:17 to play in the third quarter. Rochester still up by 3. They have yet to score in the second quarter, but Tippecanoe Valley's only scored 2. It's 14-11.
Since the first quarter, Valley's only scored 4 points, and yet they're down 3.
I heard you say that just a minute ago, but
Yeah. So they've scored 4 points total since the first quarter, and they only trail by 3.
yeah, they have to feel fortunate to be there.
I mean, that's a great job by Rochester
Absolutely.
defensively, but
Dahlquist rises up from 5 feet, no good. Musselman putback is good!
and Rochester gets their first points of the second half.
16-10. Rochester by 5. Miller in the left wing, drives around the defense, in the paint, throws up a shot, no good. Kennedy grabs the board, outlets to Mo. Rochester runs up by 5. 4:40 to play in the third quarter. Ruff backs it away from the defense. Works against Sophie Buzzard right near the Rochester bench, and she is fouled hard by Miller, and that's going to send, that's going to be Addie Miller's third.
Yeah, Miller picks up her third.
I thought she had a really good position there.
Yeah, Morgan really sold that. Unfortunately, she's got to be careful she don't sell it so well that she injures herself.
4:35 to play in the third. Rochester up 16-11. Brown has her pass kicked away by Miller as Coach Kindig will ride the senior Addie Miller with 3 fouls here in the third. Brown looks to get it in. Bounce pass to Peterson. Peterson drives the baseline, throws up a tough shot. We're going to have a tie-up between Peterson and Trapiti. It'll stay with Rochester. Walls will come back into the game, and Walls will replace Addie Miller, who has 5 points coming in early in the first quarter.
She had the first 5 points of the game for Tippecanoe Valley.
Brown looks to get it in. Macy studies. Bounce pass to Musselman. Kennedy in the paint. Rises up, fouls on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Is that O'Connor?
I believe it is. That'll be her third as well.
We got to finish that. Good inbounds pass by Macy Brown.
That is O'Connor. That's her third. Yeah, it was. That was a great pass. I was surprised it actually got to Kennedy.
And that's going to send Coach Kinday back to his bench and send in Mackenzie Woodcox. Kennedy leaves the first one short. One more coming for the senior, looking to push this lead to 6. It's now 16-11. It might be the first one to 25 wins. Musselman's second one on the way. Better this time. Still a little short.
That's 11 now for Musselman.
17-11. Rochester up, 4:20 to play in the third quarter. Trapiti across the timeline. Bounce pass to Walls. Drives it left, around the wing. Now to Buzzard, back to Walls. Walls against Ruff. Loses the handle, ball loose on the floor, picked up by Buzzard. Sophie over the top to Peterson. Her 3 is short. Rebound to Karina Peterson of Rochester. Her wraparound pass to Ruff.
Again, Rochester doing a great job of making the three-point shots hard to come by, as Buzzard is going to pick up a pushing foul against Brown as they were coming down the floor. That'll be Buzzard's second, team third. But they're also doing a great job defensively of limiting Tippecanoe Valley to one and done.
17-11. Sophie Buzzard picks up foul number 2. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Musselman gets the ball on the block. Gets it out to Brown. Brown on the right baseline. Cut off by the defense. Outside to Mo, right in front of Coach Pfluger. Mo high on the right side. Back to Brown.
Shoot
Macy,
that.
3, right wing. Short. Weak side rebound to Dahlquist. Emma puts it back up from 10 feet off the glass. No good. Kennedy the rebound. Her putback is no good. Hits her own board, but putback is no good. Hits her own board. The putback is good.
2 points and 3 rebounds. Is that
Padding stats. 3:20
Yep.
to play in the third.
13 and 12 is Kennedy right now.
Woodcox in the baseline against a double team. Over the top to Walls. In the paint to Peterson. Left elbow. Peterson is going to be fouled by Ruff, I believe, and that's going to be out of bounds to the Vikings. Baseline left.
And that's 30 on Ruff.
Rochester up by 8 with 3:12 to play in the third quarter. Coach Pfluger going to ride her.
That could be devastating if she
Roll the
picks up
dice.
that last one, but you about have to.
Peterson's shot no good. Ruff, the weak side rebound. Mo rips and runs. Rochester by 8, 3 to play in the third. Mo around the defense, works to the right wing behind the arc, and is going to be fouled by Trapiti with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Trapiti will pick up her first, team fourth.
She's playing really good defense on Ruff.
Yeah, she is. And for that to be her first foul, that's pretty good.
So we're going to have a timeout taken by Rochester.
Yeah.
It's a 30. You're listening to high school girls basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Rochester up by 8 at 19-11.
That's their biggest lead of the game.
Both teams have 3 timeouts. Brown gets a bounce pass in to Mo. Morgan against the double team. Picks up the dribble. Gives top to Dahlquist. Emma around the defense, works behind the arc on the left side, picks up her dribble against the double team. Bounce pass to Karina Peterson, out to Ruff. Mo in the paint, dump pass to Musselman, loses it off of her fingers, safe from going out of bounds by Brown, picked up by Musselman. Her circus shot in the lane goes in.
Musselman was 7 in this quarter. She has 15 in the game.
Rochester by 10 at 21-11. Lob pass to Buzzard high on the left side, now on the baseline to Woodcox. Woodcox back to Buzzard. Dribbles around the defense, in the paint to Peterson. Peterson thought about a 3, passed it up, dribbles to the left wing, now top of the key. Behind her back dribble goes to the left elbow. Her pull-up 15-footer on the way is in. 21-13. Rochester up and the ball with 2:10 to play in the third. Bounce pass to Brown. Macy holds high on the right side against the double team. Bounce pass now to Ruff, who stands on the 10-second line, just about stepped on it. Peterson at the free throw line. Her jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Valley. Buzzard now on the right wing, hesitates and goes to the basket, and Karina Peterson's going to pick up that foul on the block. It'll be out of bounds to the Vikings baseline right.
That'll be the third for Peterson. So now Ruff and Peterson for Rochester, each with 3. Miller and O'Connor for Tippecanoe Valley, each with 3.
I spotted him. Buzzard in the corner to Trapiti. 18-footer is good. Now Valley on a 4-0 run here and cuts the Rochester lead to 6 with 100 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's 21-15. Bounce pass to Brown. Macy across the timeline against the half-court trap. Bounce pass across the timeline, or actually near the timeline to Ruff. Down low to Musselman. Kennedy throws up a shot. It's good again. Good look by Dahlquist. Rochester back up by 8 with 1:20 to play in the third.
Musselman with all the points for Rochester here in this third quarter.
And the pass is knocked out of bounds by Ruff. Woo, baby, Ruff come flying in from nowhere. Avoided getting a foul whistled against her somehow and knocked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a good hustle.
1:14 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 23-15.
Girls score. Wabash leads Manchester at half, 19-13.
Woodcox, jumper, no good. Kennedy's pick up foul number 3. And that's going to send the freshman Woodcox to the line to shoot 2. I'm sorry, Brett, say that again.
Wabash leads Manchester 19-13 at half, girls.
So Woodcox at the line to shoot 2. First one for the freshmen's no good. Now Mo and Kennedy both with 3 fouls.
And Peterson.
Yeah. And Coach Pfluger staying with them. How about that for a vote of confidence? Second one is no good.
Well, they can't help you on the bench, so you might as well use them while you got them.
Misses the free throw. Musselman to the board. Mo runs. Middle of the floor. Mo will go coast to coast. Her right-handed layup is no good. And Dahlquist going to pick up a foul.
Yep. Dahlquist will pick up her second. Team 6th.
1:02 to play in the third. Rochester by 8 at 23-15. That'll be Tippecanoe Valley basketball going to our left. As Trapiti will run the point. I don't think she's come out tonight, has Olivia.
No, I don't believe so either.
That was one of the questions to Coach Kindig. How's her stamina fighting mono? Trapiti top of the key. Over the top to Walls. Left wing 3 for the Lady Vikings is no good. Rebound fought for. Buzzer comes out of there with it. Throws up a shot, loses it on the way up. Karina Peterson to the rebound. And now she's going to be fouled by Peterson on the far side. Emily Peterson going to pick up that foul. Kennedy lucky she didn't pick up foul number 4 with that swat.
Emily Peterson picks up her second, team 5th.
38 seconds. Rochester by 8. Macy has a bounce pass for Moe. Here comes a double team. Dribbles around the double team in the corner to Dahlquist. Top of the key to Ruff.
Oh, weak pass.
And then gives to Peterson. Karina on the block, and we're going to have a tie-up. Valley going to get it back on the turnover.
That's the 14th turnover now against Rochester.
25 seconds to play in the third. Rochester by 8. Vikings with the basketball, probably looking for the final shot of the period.
Yeah, I would think so.
Walls high on the right side to Buzzard. Sophie holds with 17. Ground dribbles to the near side with 15. Gives to Petey in the corner to Peterson. Her 3 with 12 is no good. Rebound by Walls with 8. Torpedi with 7. Torpedi around the defense to Buzzard with 5. Buzzard then loses it out of bounds. Going back to Rochester with 3.
Valley's only made 1 3-pointer in this basketball game, and that was Miller early in the first quarter.
3 seconds. Moe gets it with 2. Moe with 1. Half quarter at the buzzer. No good. After 3, Rochester up by 8, 23-15. You're listening to High School Girls Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner, and Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
8 minutes away from somebody's TRC hopes.
That's right.
And Tippecanoe Valley has owned those TRC
for a long
for
time.
The last 4 years.
Brown against Torpedi, now to Dahlquist. Emma to Peterson. Karina with the basketball, flips it out to Moe. Moe behind the arc, lob pass to Musselman. Kennedy gets a double team, throws up a shot. It's good! Rochester back by 10, the biggest lead of the night, with 7.5 to play in the game. Buzzer to the basketball, left wing behind the arc, gives right side to Peterson. Make that to Torpedi, now to Peterson, back to Buzzard. 3 over Macy Brown, in and out, no good. Dahlquist make that Musselman, grabs the board, travels, no call, gives to Ruff. Moe across the timeline, works to the right wing, gets a double team, works around Torpedi, goes to the baseline, foot pushes off, no call, out to Karina Peterson. Picks up her dribble, hands off to Moe. Left side to Dahlquist, down low to Musselman. Kennedy, layup again is good!
Great look by Dahlquist, finding Musselman wide open on the opposite block.
Under 7 to play in the game, Rochester by 12.
That's
Peterson.
Biggest lead.
Yep. Backs it out to the center circle. Works to the left side. Pass is tipped away and stolen by Dahlquist. Now Musselman has it. Kennedy gives to Morgan. 27-15. Rochester up by 12 with 6.5 to play in the game. Lob pass to Macy Brown on the right wing. Macy holds.
Peterson wide open on the baseline.
Back to Morgan. Right in front of the scores table against the double team. Back door, tipped away. Dahlquist has it. On the baseline, picks up the dribble, outside to Moe.
Rochester's having some luck sneaking some people in on the baseline underneath.
Dahlquist, her jumper is no good, but the rebound is going to be off the hands of Tippecanoe Valley. Will stay with Rochester.
Peterson and Brown getting in behind the defense of Tippecanoe Valley. They're open on that baseline on the opposite block.
Brown bounce pass into Ruff. 6:12 to play in the game. Rochester by 12. Each team with 3 timeouts. Kennedy gets the inbounds entry pass, no good. Gets her own rebound. Ball loose on the floor. We're going to have a scramble for it. Still loose on the floor. We're going to have a tie-up. Rochester going to keep possession.
No, they're going to say Tippecanoe Valley.
Okay, so we've corrected that. The possession error goes to Valley. So Rochester going to get it back. That's all right. The possession error will come back to Rochester with 6 minutes to play in the game, up by 12. Valley will have the basketball back after the Rochester turnover. Trapedi will have it. Rochester defense will pick him up at the timeline against the 2-2-1 half-court trap. Addie Miller picks her way through the defense, gives him the corner to Buzzard. Sophie sees him going out of bounds, over the top to Miller. Miller around the defense, goes to the basket, runs over Dahlquist. We're going to have a block on Emma. That's going to send Addie Miller to the line to shoot two. Wait a minute. Is that going to be a shooting foul or out of bounds?
Either way, they're going to be on the free throw line. It's either a bonus or two.
It will be a shooting foul, and Addie Miller will go to the line to shoot two. Rochester by 12 with 5:45 to play in the game.
Dahlquist picked up her third. Miller with the first 5 points of the game from Valley.
She nails the first one.
First free throw of the night.
One more coming for the senior, Addie Miller. Again, each team with 3 timeouts. Rochester with a possession arrow. Second one for Miller is good again. And now we're going to have a Tippecanoe Valley timeout. It'll be a 30. You're listening to High School Girls Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. 5:45 to play in the basketball game. Rochester by 10. And they'll have the basketball after the Tippecanoe Valley timeout. They'll work against the full court press. Dahlquist will get it in. Emma gets it into Kennedy. Now to Mo. Woo. Mo picks her way through the defense, brings it up the floor, crosses the timeline through the center circle. Now high on the right side around Miller. Works to the right baseline. Cut off by the triple team. And now Rochester uses a timeout. It will be a 30. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. 5.5 minutes to play in the game. Rochester up 27-17. After their timeout, they'll have the basketball. Dahlquist down low. Her shot no good. Kennedy another rebound. The putback is no good. Dahlquist a rebound. Her putback is good.
Nice job for Emma Dahlquist. Those are her first points of the ball game. She stayed right in there and fought for it.
Rochester back to 12. It's their biggest lead of the game. Trapedi against the trap. Picks up her dribble. Gives down low to O'Connor. O'Connor against Musselman. She travels, no call to Miller. Her jumper on the way is good. Addie Miller over Musselman. It's back to a 10-point lead. Full court press for Valley. Brown loses the handle, picks up the ball. We're going to last touch out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Macy. It'll stay, or go back to Valley, I should say. 29-19. 4:54 to play in the game. Rochester leads by 10. Vikings with the basketball. Buzzard, who's been quiet in this game with the basketball, over the top to Trapedi, left wing, in the corner to Peterson. Emily Peterson for the Valley Vikings for 3. Nope. Rebound to O'Connor. Put back, nope. But a foul coming on Rochester, and Asia O'Connor will go back to the line to shoot 2. Is that going to be on Brown?
I think it is on Brown. That's her second.
If that was going to be on Dahlquist, that would have been her 4th.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. So O'Connor make another second trip to the free throw line. She's 2 for 2.
O'Connor at the line to shoot 2. First one's way short. She'll have one more. She's looking to cut into this Rochester's 10-point lead. Make that 4:43 to play. Rochester by 10. O'Connor with one more. The senior fires a second one. No good. Musselman another rebound. And hands off to Mo. Full court press for Valley. Off the miss. That's special. Mo over the top. Pass picked off by Trapedi. Trapedi runs for the Vikings to Buzzard. Pushes away in. Throws up a shot. Good, and a foul. And Mo just picked up foul number 4.
Fouls on 32.
So Sophie Buzzard at the line to shoot 1 free throw. Looking to cut this lead to 7 with 4:27 to play in the game.
Valley 4 of 11 from the line in this basketball game. Buzzard with just 4 points.
Sophie eyes it, flies it, buys it. Nothing but net. Full court press by Valley. Dahlquist looks to get it in. Bounce pass into Mo. Mo gets the double team. Back to Emma. Emma brings it up. Gives to Musselman. Back to Mo. Rochester runs. Mo across the timeline right. Now against the timeline on the sideline. And now we're going to have a foul coming on to Peterson. And Bo, let's see. That'll be the 16th foul.
Yep. That's the 3rd on Peterson.
And really kind of bailed her out.
Yeah, it did. Morgan didn't have anywhere to go except out of bounds.
Macy will look to get it into the timeline. Bounce pass into Morgan. Works against Buzzard. 4:10 to play in the game. Rochester up by 8. Make that 7, I beg your pardon. 22-29. Jump pass to Dahlquist. Emma, backdoor to Peterson. Karina Peterson shot no good, and the rebound to the Vikings. Trapini runs for the Vikings. Right side to Buzzard. Back to Trapini. Free throw line jumper for the Vikings. No good. Weak side rebound to Emily Peterson. Gives to Miller. Miller in the paint. Rips away from Peterson. Karina Peterson now gives off to Mo.
Nice job by Peterson. Quick hands.
Mo, the right elbow, backs it out with 3:40 to play in the game. And now we're going to have a timeout. Rochester will take it. They're down to 1. It's a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
3:37 to play in the game. Rochester leads 29-22. Rochester has 1 timeout. The Vikings with 2. Rochester has the possession arrow. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Score?
Yeah. Ruff with 4 fouls. Peterson, Musselman, Dahlquist all with 3.
Kennedy misses the jumper. Valley with the rebound. Ahead to O'Connor. She travels. She loses out of bounds. Rochester's going to get it back. Full court press for the Vikings. 3:27 to play in the game. Rochester by 7. Mo gets the inbounds pass over the top to Brown.
Go.
Macy, go.
She needs to go.
Ahead to Musselman. To Brown.
Nice
right
job
wing.
by Ruff to get the ball to Brown.
Ill-advised pass for Musselman. Macy, 1 dribble.
Here we are.
Has the ball knocked out of bounds. Thank goodness by Trapini.
Yeah, and look where we're at again, in the corner. That's exactly where Tippecanoe Valley wants us to be, is in the corner. And we keep going there.
It'll be Rochester basketball out of bounds, leading by 7. 3:12 to play in the game. Bounce pass into Musselman. Kennedy, no look pass to Peterson. Karina cleanup is good.
Nice look by Kennedy to find Peterson on the opposite block, cutting in.
Rochester's lead back to 9 with 3 to play in the game. Peterson down low to Asia O'Connor. Kicks it out to Addie Miller. Her 3 is no good.
Rochester can't get sucked into the paint. They got to be aware of the 3-point shooters.
Valley with the rebound. Buzzard has her shot. No good, but Musselman picks up the foul with a swat, and Sophie will go to the line to shoot 2. Come on. 2:50 to play in the game.
Well, the key here is get the rebound if there's a miss on this.
Not from Buzzard, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Sophie has 2. Rochester's lead is 9. The junior fires the first one. Nothing but net. Plays so much basketball, does Sophie Buzzard.
Yeah.
I know she and Kennedy played in the same outfit this summer. A lot of good basketball there in Fort Wayne. Sophie with 1 more. Second one on the way. Good again. 7-point lead again for Rochester. Dahlquist looks to get it in and going to throw it away. And they're going to get it underneath the basket because nobody touched it before it went out of bounds. 2:50 to play in the game. Rochester by 7. 31-24. Rochester has 1 timeout. The Vikings with 2. The Lady Zebras with the possession arrow. Addie Miller out of bounds, baseline left, will look to get it in. Miller looking. Still looking. Gets it in, throws in the backcourt. Sophie Buzzard runs down the loose basketball. Runs away from the defense, over the top to Trapini. Trapini with the basketball for the Vikings. Jumper on the paint all the way, no good. And the rebound to Mo. Ruff throws it away, and they hit the Peterson. Down low to O'Connor. Layup is good.
Rochester's just got to do a better job with the basketball.
And now we're going to foul on Miller, and Mo will walk to the other end and shoot 1 in the bonus.
Miller will pick up her fourth.
2:28 to play in the game. Rochester's lead is down to 5. Morgan Ruff for the Lady Zebras on the line for 1 and the bonus.
Ruff with just 2 points in the basketball game. Her first trip to the free throw line.
Played really good defense and ran the point exceptionally well. Most free throw is no good. And the rebound to O'Connor. Gives to Torpedi. 2:20 to play in the game. Buzzard now. Wide open Peterson. 3 for Valley. No good. Put back by Miller's no good. Dahlquist picked up foul number 4. And Peterson will go to the line to make that, Miller will go to the line to shoot 2.
And Rochester really tired right now.
2:19 to play in the game. Addie Miller at the line to shoot 2 for the Vikings. Rochester by 5.
Miller with 9 points in the game.
First one's nothing but net. She'll have one more. Rochester's lead once at 12 in this quarter is now down to 4. One more for Miller. Second one's good again. 31-28, full court press by the Vikings. Ruff is going to be fouled by Peterson, and Mo will walk to the other end and shoot 1 in the bonus.
Peterson will pick up her fourth.
So Mo bagging the line, this time to shoot 1 in the bonus with 2:17 to play in the basketball game. Rochester by 3. Morgan's first one. Nope.
Again, no good.
Rebound to O'Connor. Torpedi runs through the center circle. 2:10 to play in the game. Rochester clinging to a 3-point lead. Over the top to Peterson. Emily Peterson, bounce pass, kicked away, picked up by Valley. Addie Miller now on the right wing. Gives to Torpedi with 2 to play in the game. Left side to Peterson. Emily runs away from the defense. Throws up a 15-footer. No good.
Well, Peterson didn't block out, and Valley's going to have an opportunity to get that back.
We're going to have a rebound at Dahlquist. It'll be a tie-up. Rochester's going to get it back in the minute 52. Boy, Valley has had a hard time buying a jumper from 15 feet out tonight.
Yeah, they have.
Full court press for Valley. Dahlquist bounce pass into Mo, and she loses it. Miller will go to the line. Foul to the shot. It's good, and a foul.
And Dahlquist has just fouled out.
Addie Miller will go to the line to shoot 1, looking to tie this score up in the minute 48 to play in the game. And Emma Dahlquist has just fouled out.
And that last 3 minutes here for Rochester has been a complete disaster.
Addie Miller for 1. Looking to tie this bad boy at 31. Good.
She's got 9 points in this fourth quarter.
Musselman now the inbounder. Gets it into Macy. A minute 45 to play in the game. We're tied at 31.
Somebody's got to want the basketball right now for Rochester.
Mo brings it up, crosses the timeline in the minute 40. Works to the right wing, now the right baseline. Lob pass to Karina Peterson, down low to McKee. Layup is good! 90 seconds to play. Rochester back by 2 at 33-31. Torpedi over the top to Miller. Addie Miller gets a double team around the defense, goes to the basket, throws up a tough shot, it's good! Timeout Valley. A minute 13 to play in the game. We're tied at 33. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball on 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Rochester into an awful lot of turnovers, and Addie Miller with 11 points of her 16 here in the fourth.
Mo gets the inbounds pass from Brown. Mo across the timeline right. Against a double team. Is going to be called for called a blocking foul on Valley, and Mo will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. Peterson will pick up a foul.
Well, that's 5 on Peterson, so she's done. She'll foul out with 4 points, but for Morgan Ruff, the senior, she's 0 for 2 from the free throw line already in this fourth quarter.
So Emily Peterson will come out of the game, and Walls will come in for the Vikings with 69 seconds to play in the basketball game. Rochester and Valley tied at 33, and Morgan Ruff at the line to shoot 1 and the bonus.
That's a big 3-point shooter for Valley going to the bench.
She hasn't done much.
She hasn't hit any tonight. But, she only had 4 points.
Morgan's free throw, good! She breathes a sigh of relief. Rochester back by 1 with 69 seconds to play in the game. Both teams with just 1 timeout left, and Valley with the possession arrow. Second one for Morgan's good again. 35-33. Vikings bring it up the floor. Trapiti will cross the timeline in the minute 5. Bounce pass to Walls. Back to Trapiti with a minute. Trapiti the free throw line to Addie Miller. She drives. Her jumper blocked by Musselman out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings.
Well, we got a foul on Musselman. She's done.
Wait a minute. It might be on McKee. It is on
McKee. I didn't even know McKee was there.
Kennedy got a clean block on it, but McKee is going to be whistled for the body. And Addie Miller, who single-handedly brought the Vikings back, will go to the line to shoot 2.
That'll be the first on McKee. And again, Addie Miller with 11 of her 16 here in this fourth quarter.
And she misses the first one.
Yeah, she was a perfect 5 for 5 in this quarter until that one.
57.6 to play in the game. Rochester by 2. Addie Miller for the Vikings with one more. Second one. Good this time. Full court press by the Vikings. Brown looked to get it in. Bounce pass to Moe. Moe against Buzzard with 55. Rochester by 1. Moe across the timeline with 50. Works high on the right side. Around Buzzard. Works her way through the defense, and we're going to have a foul coming on Sophie Buzzard. Moe will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Buzzard will pick up her third.
47 seconds to play in the game. Moe at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras, who lead by 1.
Morgan just 4 points in this basketball game.
First one, yep. One more for the senior, looking to push this lead back to 3. 47 seconds to play in the game. Each team with 1 timeout. Second one for Moe. Good again. Trapiti brings it up. Works against Karina Peterson. Cross the timeline with 42. High on the right side to Addie Miller with 40. Bounce pass is taken away by Musselman. We're going to have a tie-up. No, Miller gets it back. Buzzer to the lane. Pull-up jumper is good. Timeout Valley. 32.8 to play in the game. It's their last one. Rochester leads by 1. High school basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
32.8 to play in the game. Rochester by 1 at 37-36. Full court press by the Vikings. Bounce pass into Moe. Morgan brings it across the timeline against a double team. Tiptoes the sideline. Goes to the basket. Throws up a shot. Blocked by O'Connor. Ball loose on the floor. Ball still loose. It's going to roll out of bounds. Rochester going to keep possession with 20 seconds. Rochester has 1 timeout left, and she's going to use it right now. We'll take a 30. High school basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Addie Miller and Sophie Buzzard have 19 of the 21 points in this fourth quarter for Tippecanoe Valley.
Brown will inbound in front of her own bench. Macy looking to get it in. Gets it into Moe. Stolen, and we're going to have it tipped out of bounds by Valley with 20 seconds. Macy again will look to get it in. Macy still looking.
Somebody's got to get open. There.
Bounce pass into Musselman. Gives it back to Macy Brown with 18. Macy is going to be fouled on the sideline with 16 seconds. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
So Trapiti's going to pick up her second foul. And Macy Brown will go to the line here in the last 16 seconds of this basketball game and look for her first points of the game.
.16 seconds to play in the game. The sophomore Macy Brown to the line for 2. Shot no good. She'll have one more. Rochester leads 37-36. Both teams out of timeouts. Valley with the possession arrow. Macy's second one. Good again. We're good this time. 2-point lead. Buzzard gets it into Trapedi. She can't dribble. No, that's a double dribble. Trapedi crosses the timeline with 10.
Tipped away by Peterson.
No, hasn't. She's fouled by O'Connor. 9 seconds of play. Ruff will go to the line to shoot 2.
Nice job by Karina Peterson. She came in from behind and tipped that ball up in the air, and Morgan Ruff come down with it.
Everybody out of timeouts. Rochester by 2. Mo at the line to shoot 2.
O'Connor picks up her 4th.
Free throw for Ruff is good.
3-point lead.
39-36. 9.5 seconds to play in the game. Mo's second one. Nope.
No good.
Rebound to O'Connor.
Door's still
To
open.
Ruff. Or make that to Buzzard. To Addie Miller with 5. 3-pointer at the buzzer. No good. Rebound. Put back by O'Connor's no good, and they'll do it. Rochester wins. Rochester wins. Rochester wins 39-36. Post-game show next. 92.1 WROI.